I don't know about you, but I am emotionally spent. I got nothing left in me. Lisa, Joy, take it away. I can't do this anymore.
No gas in the tank here.
Oh man, what is this?
What a game.
It was an absolute cracker. And then we expect that, don't we, when we come to an IPL final. First two teams, they qualify, they make the final. It goes down to the last ball. We were all thinking Chennai for sure in the last over, and then all of a sudden Malinga comes out of nowhere after his second last over going for runs. He pulls it off.
You've done it. You've done it. You've basically summed it all up because honestly, I don't know. Joy, I don't know how the players do this. We're sitting here watching it on TV and I feel like I've got nothing left.
Can you imagine how relieved Quinton de Kock is and Rahul Chahar is? Oh, yeah. Rahul Chahar dropped that dolly out there, Shane Watson. And then Bumrah's bowled the most beautiful ball possible and he just goes straight through to him for 4.
Listen, I mean, come on, the batsman missed it. The keeper can miss it too. So sure, he gets another second to react, but that's all right.
It looks like he said to Bumrah that it was kind of wobbling around, wasn't it? When it went.
It's what you did. You sent that ball from here.
His heart was wobbling around. That was it.
Yes, he's missed it. Oh, hang on, I've got to catch it.
But you've got to see that last ball that was bowled, right? I think there was a committee meeting, there was an Avengers Super Galactic meeting, there was a United Nations Security Council meeting. All these meetings happened before that last ball. But Malinga, that trusty old warhorse, trust him to deliver. On the stump, straight. A guy with a little more experience, Joy, perhaps more than Shardul, would have known that that's what's coming because that's what everybody thought. It's going to be on the stumps.
Yeah, basically, I think the big problem was that Shardul has to say that whatever it is, I have to touch this ball. Because if I touch it, I'll run, it will be super over. At worst, it will be super over. It can't go worse than that. The fact that he tried to head a big one was just, I mean, he's just a kid and, he just got to him. But think about the captaincy at that stage, okay? You have a situation where you've gone Malinga. He's got hammered by Shane Watson.
Okay?
Then what happens? You've got 3 overs left. You've got Hardik Pandya and you've got Malinga left to bowl. Both of them have overs. Who do you put in? Kunal Pandya. He goes and gets hammered. The game becomes easy. Bumrah comes back, brings it close for you. And then again, you go back to Malinga. Hardik Pandya has bowled 1 over for 3 runs. Okay?
Yeah,
and the last over
really thought we really thought that Hardik Pandya would get the last over. But Rohit, again, he goes to... He just does this, right? He does this. And we keep talking about the Midas touch that MS Dhoni has. Boy, we got to say, he's got the Midas touch as well. Rohit Sharma.
Talk about confidence in Malinga to execute. I mean, also, you think 2 runs off the last ball. Glad to see that they had all of those conference meetings and he came over the wicket. That meant that it wasn't going to be kind of pitching outside leg. You brought in that LBW mode of dismissal. He had to go to the stumps because he had 3 fielders on the offside behind point inside the circle, so any width was gone. So just the confidence and the composure that Malinga has at the top of the mark to kiss the ball and off he goes.
Yeah, and also I think it also changed at that run out, Shane Watson's run out. And, it seemed like there was an easy 2 there. Jadeja, when Watson did not reach, we don't know why, because we never saw that angle. We never saw that angle. You'd think it's important, right? You guys never saw it as well. So if one of you was in the stadium, if you could just tell us what happened on the other side. Did Watson slip? Did he not? Did he stop? Was he looking for 2? Was he not? Because something happened because Jadeja sort of stopped. And that's all we could see. No. So, we're flying dark here.
I think you had an explanation, though. Before that, Watson, the moment where he probably got that niggle, you were seeing it when he was hitting Malinga.
Yeah, so he, I think it was Malinga's slower ball on leg stump, and he kind of slog swept it for 6. But as he went down, it looked like his quad or his hip flexor, he just kind of gave it a bit of a niggle. I mean, he's batted for a long period of time, pressure, sweat, end of the tournament. He's old as well.
Besides batted, he's also battered. He's battered, isn't he? I mean, he's been around for a few.
So that might have affected the running between wickets as well.
Yes, but still couldn't. I mean, from one react, it's very difficult to tell from one reaction.
So exactly.
We're just speculating.
With that replay,
I think so. Let me start. So I think what happened is that Jadeja called for 2. The umpire tackled Watson and stopped him. And then when when Watson managed to sort of let go, he got run out.
Yeah.
That's just, we don't know. Nobody knows.
Let's go
it
with
could
that.
be true.
Yeah.
It could totally be true. Absolute rubbish. As Jasprit Walker would say, rubbish.
Talking of umpires, that Dhoni decision.
Yes.
Here's my basic point. Okay?
Now, my question to you is, Nigel long or Nigel wrong?
That's a good one.
Good one.
That's a good one. Here's my simple belief. If a guy can't make out in 3 or 4 replays, he's not sure.
Yeah.
Okay? That means he's not sure. Okay? If you're not sure, how can you give a batsman out? I mean, that's the rule of the game, that anything, the benefit of doubt is with the batsman. That's always the case.
Also, I have a question. Is that the side angle seemed in, the front angle, which is always the more deceptive angle, because it is literally a 2D flat image of a 3D occurrence. We talk about this all the time. The front image is flat. The side image is obviously... Lisa, you tell us, you're in the commentary box.
I was sitting with you guys going, how can you give this out? Has to be not out. Has to be not out. Only one in the commentary box, I think, was Sanjay Mandraker saying, no, I think the front angle is out. Everyone else is like...
But all of Mumbai Indians were saying it's out. So.
Yeah. And that's fine.
Oh, that was well put. You know, well disguised slow one from you.
But, yeah, I think that was a big call. A massive call, and just looking on social media, it's caused a lot of debate.
It has caused a lot of debate. Well, there's been no lack of drama in this final, but at the end of the day, it's Mumbai Indians who have won their 4th title. That's right, their 4th title by 1 run, and yet again they win another one by 1 run.
Yeah, and it's the strangest thing is that that bowling card is one of the strangest bowling cards I've ever seen in my life.
We'll have a look at that, but there you go. This is the final effect, right? I mean,
exactly.
You're below 150 in the final, and there you go of what happens next, and it just seems to get defended, doesn't it? Every time. So every time you're just looking and saying, all right, I think this will set a precedent for the next final. Win the toss, bat first.
But also remember one thing, the fascinating thing about it was Mumbai got so many things wrong and they still got over the line.
Yeah.
They got their fielding wrong. There were at least 4 dropped catches that I can remember.
And 3 off Watson.
Yeah, 4 dropped catches that you have. You had that really bad bye. A couple of fairly ordinary decisions in terms of who to bowl at what point in time, where it was obvious to us that that's probably not the best choice at this point in time. And they still get across the line. And that's fascinating. And part of it is Bumrah.
Bumrah was just absolutely
He should have
magical.
worn a cape and bowled.
He's just magic, huh?
He should have worn a cape and bowled.
With S on Superman.
With the S. With a big S. I'm just going to win it for my team, Preet Bumrah. Well, he is our MPL hero of the match. He bowled those 4 overs with 13 dots, 14 runs. I mean, you will just...
But you talk about fast bowlers and they've got to get it right. He's bowling at 140 plus kilometres an hour. So if he does miss, boy, it's going to go.
Yeah.
But he hasn't missed. That's the thing.
Miss. Yeah, he just doesn't miss.
And that's one side. That's, how his accuracy. The second is, he bowls a beautiful ball. Watson can't get it off. It goes for a dolly of a catch to Rahul Chahar.
Yeah.
Okay? Chahar drops it. You can. The look on Chahar's face was to be behold. And what does Bumrah do? Bumrah smiles after the over, goes and puts an arm around him and consoles him. Same thing with Quinton de Kock.
Yeah,
De Kock drops one, same thing. He's straight out here. That's a complete regulation keeping take. It was just a mistake under pressure. And Bumrah smiles at him as well. I mean, that guy has a temperament, unbelievable temperament.
He's Iceman, isn't he? Boom, shake the room is Iceman. He was just amazing today. And you're so right. He goes and he puts his arm around. Because Rahul Chahar, you could see his face. He was like, call me a taxi, somebody, because I'm leaving.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, you would think that was the game, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that was an absolute dolly catch. Yeah. And Watson had just fired off and you think, okay, he's still going to continue to go. So, but I think all boys and girls that play the game of cricket, and whether you're a senior player, a young player, a captain, that's the behaviour that you want from your leaders.
Yeah, and there's some other behaviour in this final which you do not want. I'm not going to say what. It's your judgment, right? But Jasprit Bumrah did say after the game that it was reversing a bit. He said, and also we were trying to keep calm, just like we did in the end overs 2 years ago in the final. So I guess the advantage of winning, it wasn't Chennai, but it was Dhoni's team, and half of Chennai was in that team anyway. So I guess that helped. But with Bumrah, I don't think he needs a precedent. I think you can just put him in any new situation and he'd just be ice cool.
No, absolutely. And just the fact that, that was what we said, that Bumrah was, Malinga was Bumrah before Bumrah. Okay, the Malinga's powers, when he slightly went down, Bumrah became the lead man. But you had both of them. So the great thing is, again, going with Malinga in the last over. I mean, he's gone for 3 overs of 40 odd runs. The confidence to go and say that you're the best guy to deliver it for me, and it's not that there are 25 runs that he has to defend or 20 runs. He has 8-9 runs to defend.
Yeah, you would have thought that I don't know how many of the CSK team will be back next year, right? Yeah. You would have almost thought it's going to be like a fairy tale for Dad's army, right? Dad's army wins it, and the gunslingers walk into the sunset, all the cowboys retiring their guns and their Stetsons,
going straight to Ashiana retirement home.
And then next year they're all sitting in the rocking chairs with their pipes watching CSK play another final. As they probably would, right? Because they've just made this a habit. So here's my question. Will Dhoni play another IPL?
Yes.
Yeah? Because with him, you never know, right? I mean, you've never...
Joy, are you saying no?
I believe he's got his eyes on the 2020 World Cup, the T20 World Cup.
So then he'll definitely play.
That's his better format. So if he does that, he'll say, okay, I'll play another IPL. Might win my 4th championship. Who knows, with him.
Yeah, well, see, just when you think that, this is the last chapter of the fairy tale and we should have a better ending, Dhoni just goes, wait, there's a little more book left. Right? Here's some extra sheets, like in your exam.
Keep writing.
Put them in the book and I'll keep writing them. I'll come back in a couple of months and write the next chapter. And that's what MS Dhoni does. But let's just have a look once again at the match summary, just in case in all that excitement. We'll just show you it was really Shane Watson today. And we've got to talk about Shane Watson. All tournament. MS kept saying in the big... MS says, we know in the big games he will fire for us. Right?
I think from now on, MS is also tiring. You go and do the press conference.
I'll happily do them. I don't think I can be as entertaining as him, though, because he's just amazingly... He's so unpredictable.
Today you heard, he turned around and said that, we don't exert very much in the field. Who says that?
Just him. It's just him. And Watson comes good. He's half century in the previous game, important game, 80 in this game. He's just...
It didn't hurt that he was dropped 3 times.
Yeah.
I mean, they dropped
him. It does kind of help.
Yeah, but it helps. But at the end of the day, it says 80 or 59, not 80 dropped 3 times.
Exactly.
Right?
You'll take it anyway.
Correct?
Yeah.
So he's got the runs, and somehow, as a captain or as a setup, like even you realize the lack of tension. It was an amazing visual for me watching Mumbai and Chennai just at the end, their benches or their dugouts, 2 balls to go. Everybody with the Mumbai Indians praying to just summoning all the gods that they know of. And they cut to the other side. Harbhajan Singh is holding a bat for some strange reason, right? There's 1 ball to go. He's not going to get a chance to bat, but he's holding a bat. Stephen Fleming is having a laugh. They're looking at Harbhajan, they're laughing. It was just 2 completely different setups.
I can tell you that in 2012 when KKR won, and I have to go back to that obviously.
Of course.
The point of it is, you will not believe how nice they were when we won. I mean, Stephen Fleming, Kashi, the entire guys saying, well done guys, it was tough fun. We couldn't believe you could do it, but that was amazing. How gracefully they take defeat and victory. It's straight out of Rudyard Kipling, defeat and victory, and treat those 2 imposters just the same. That's Chennai for you.
Yeah, that's a rare quality, isn't it?
Very rare quality.
Yeah, it is, because in sport, and for a lot of the support staff, that's their livelihood.
Yeah, absolutely.
So are they going to get another contract back? And, all of those fears they're going through regularly based on the team's performance. A win certainly locks everything in, but a loss does, but means that they potentially could go. So for them to kind of act that way, again, it just shows you've got some really good people within the setup.
And not only about, the next year's contract, it would have been a hefty bonus if they won a final.
Oh, yes.
It's a hefty bonus, 30,000-40,000.
I mean, listen, there's no secret about what's at stake. We're winning a trophy, not winning it by a few runs or a few inches here and there, right? There's no secret about what there is. But just the fact that they're so gracious in defeat, I think that's an amazing thing.
It is unique among most. I mean, the camaraderie as a team, lots of teams have it for some time. But to keep it consistently over 8-10 years with almost like a family-like feeling, it's unmatched in sport that I have seen. Not for that long.
Who did KKR beat the next time?
Punjab.
And the reaction then?
And Punjab.
This is me.
Yes.
Come on, tell us.
No, they just... They were disappointed and they were, heartbroken. It happens. I mean, they've reached a final after so many years and they lost. They were heartbroken. But the coolness with which Chennai did it was something I
Other teams, how do they do it? Tell us.
But see, the other thing is that Chennai Super Kings are used to being in the final.
Yeah.
So, so the success is there, so they're like, we can't win it all. We've got to share it amongst the others.
Yeah. So I think they would have liked to win today because it would have been 4-4. It would have been like nice. Now it's like 3 finals won, 5 finals lost. But I tell you one thing, that team will lose no sleep, right? Because they played hard today, they played fair today, and I bet there's going to be a little get-together in MS Dhoni's room. Yeah. It's going to be open door. All the youngsters are going to be sitting there. I have seen this many years myself. All the youngsters are sitting there, learning from the great master, and food is being ordered. It's not a suspiciously high amount of French fries, but that's okay after a game when you run so much.
The carb loading.
And you do that, and that's going to be there. But I got to tell you, Mumbai is going to be just such a big party. I think tomorrow, there's probably going to be something at the Wankhede in the evening.
100%.
They'll definitely do this. They've done it before as well.
And they wouldn't take a bus around? I hope they do.
Yeah, probably take a bus around.
Well, they've got that bus, but you kind of want one where the players can stand up.
No, they have now one with the open top. They have an open top bus.
There are lots of open top buses in Mumbai, but look at the weather. Yeah, it's like 40 degrees over here. Come on.
You think the players will care?
No, the people. I'm talking about the people. The players will be moving. There'll be air. The people are standing like this, baking in the sun for 2 hours.
And they won't mind. Let's face it.
That's true. But I'm saying is get them to the Wankhede, right?
Yeah.
Just a little bit of cover over there. There's going to be a big party. The 4th trophy, man. Rohit Sharma. Can we just give a round of applause to Rohit Sharma?
Yeah,
Can we please just do
Round
that?
of applause.
How you did this?
Round of applause.
This is like a round of applause.
Yeah.
You know what I thought you were doing? I thought you got so I thought she got so inspired by all the praying that you saw on TV. I thought you were doing an aarti. Like an aarti applause. Sorry, I'm not very good at bhajans. Not very good at anything, but anyway. But they've won 4 finals now. Obviously, as you know, in odd years, they win it. And they lost to Chennai, of course, in 2010. But boy, have they got it right after that. And the previous 2 finals, you say it was very close. This is not good for the nerves. It's not good for the nerves of the fans. It's not good for anybody. But Mumbai will look at this game, they'll look at this final, and they'll go, hang on, we played a little haphazard cricket. Right? We played very haphazard cricket today.
You're not supposed to win a tournament when you score below par.
Yeah.
Misfield.
Yeah. And the most schizophrenic bowling performance you'll see.
Yeah, let's look at the bowling card.
It's an amazing bowling card. Yeah. So the economy rates are...
There you go.
6, 13, 12.25, 3.5, 3.53.
Wow, you're so right.
It's a schizophrenic bowling card. If you take McClenaghan, they either bowled brilliantly or they bowled terribly. Of course, you can't even say Malinga bowled terribly because he was 3 in 42 and then went for only 7 in his last over.
Yeah.
So it's one of the strangest bowling cards you'll
He went for 7 in the last over when he only had 8 to play with.
Only 8 to play with, absolutely.
Yes, that's all he had. Man, but I'll tell you something. I got to tell you this. I am so relieved that it didn't go down to a super over. Right? Because I'm old now. I've been around, around a dozen IPLs now. I can't take it. It's tough for me,
Yeah.
The nerves get jangly, Lisa.
Nobody with black hair has the right to say that.
He gets it tied.
Of course. I don't actually. You can see it. If you see, you're watching it on very small screens, but it's white. But listen, I just hope it gets white before it all goes, right? It's better white than wide, just gone completely. Yeah, so, I mean, just sort of jangly nerves by the end of it, but really a fairy tale final. You couldn't write this better. You couldn't write this final better.
No, I think it depicts what this IPL 2019 has been all about. How many close games have we come to? Like 19th, the last over or the last ball. There's so many of those games have gone down to that. So I think it was fitting.
Also, I loved it that the IPL started with the worst game I've seen in a long, long time.
Yeah.
That 70, which was chased in 37 overs of Yawn Fest.
Yeah.
It was chased in 17 overs. So that was the worst game of the IPL. And this is probably the best game of the IPL. That's fantastic. And
even for Mumbai, it's sort of a great recovery because remember last year they didn't qualify. And obviously, you get the management and the coaches upset with the players. And the coach just says, you know what, I'm just going to play next year and win you the game. Right? Which is what Malinga did.
Exactly. Right? He said, I'm tired of teaching these boys.
I'm not going to teach you guys anymore. I'm just going to show you how it's done. That's a pretty boss move, isn't it? You get off the coaching bench and you win the game for your your team next year.
I'm saying Sachin Tendulkar must be thinking, shit, I should have thought of that.
There is a coach's 11 there. There's Zach, our boy Zach, he's not too bad. Shane Bond, I'm sure he can.
He was playing T10 cricket this year, Zach was playing.
Maila Jayawardene, right?
He can
If
bat.
Zach played T10 a few months ago,
Yeah.
this is just twice as long.
Yeah.
Right?
He can do it.
There's Shane Bond, I'm sure he can whip up a fair bit of pace even now. Maila Jayawardene, I'm sure he can.
He'd be pretty handy.
Yeah, he'd be pretty handy. There's so I'm just shuddering. In
John
case,
Wright might struggle for his running between wickets, but that's about it.
just a little bit. He can be in Dhoni's team. Right? He can be in Dad's
Our
army.
boys don't
He
run.
can be in Dad's army there. All right, who's our super team? A final super team hero on MPL. Let's have a look. 315 points. Rahul Mehlawat. Congratulations to you, Rahul. Rahul looks like a child. Well done. You look fairly young, man. He looks 14.
Yeah, he
Like
looks
a
14.
child.
Looks like a child. He's 14.
I think he's about 15. No, he's 16.
Lisa, you're young. For me, 14, 15 is a child.
No, you
Please.
no.
Please.
Joy,
My
help me
children are 20.
Help me out.
My children are 20 and 18. No, they're not. I don't have kids. I don't have kids, but I just felt like saying it. Lisa doesn't know that, so I thought I could just slip that in.
Wow.
She's like, what,
You
really?
started early.
Really? About the time I was as old as Rahul.
Yeah, these conversations are going nowhere. Nowhere good. Okay, let me put it.
It's a legitimate cricket show. We always say this. It's a legitimate cricket show. But we have to say it has been an absolutely fantastic tournament. We finished with the last of a lot of things. We also have the last Joy Factor winner. Today's was a tough one.
Today I
forget.
thought was an easy one, but it seemed to.
Joy, let me just tell you. Let me explain to you. What you think is easy, it's not easy for other people. Just like when Lisa thinks that 15 is old enough, I think it's a kid. Right?
Okay,
You understand
okay.
where you're coming from.
Yes, sir.
I'm giving, you see this compliment, it's packaged in an insult
Yeah,
to
I
me.
know, I know.
It's the best kind. Please go ahead.
That was as elaborate as you get. Okay, here's the question. In this season, what have Rajasthan managed to do 6 times, Chennai 4 times, Mumbai 3 times, Kolkata once, and Punjab not a single time?
Be late to breakfast.
Possible, but the answer I have is bowl a maiden over. And by that, I don't mean impressing Lisa. Sorry, that's a really bad joke. But
You really want to leave people with
yeah,
this.
Rajasthan got
This is the enduring memory you want to leave people with.
no.
So everyone's like, whoa, it's getting late.
But the only bowler in this IPL to bowl 2 maiden overs is Jofra Archer. So I'm hoping to see
What about
for the
Deepak
World
Chair?
Cup.
Yeah, well,
Today,
that number
Deepak Chair
changes,
bowled a wicket
actually.
maiden.
Yeah.
Today Deepak Chair bowled, but that means Deepak now gets what's on. But he didn't have one before this, I think.
No?
No,
What
as
was
of
the-
today's
how many
match.
did CSK have in the tournament before that? On your question?
I think CSK had 3. I think CSK
Yeah,
had
let's go
3.
back to the question. I lose focus a little bit when the questions are so I can't read that much. Please doodle in your questions next time.
4 times, sorry.
4. So it's become 5 for them today.
5
So
for them.
5 maiden
Okay.
overs.
Yep.
Well done. So who's our winner? Winner, chicken dinner?
Yep, let's see.
Who's our winner, chicken dinner?
Tell
Come
me
on,
we
show
don't
us.
have a winner.
Show us. Ajit, come on.
Abhishek de Villiers.
Abhishek Day. Well done. AB Day Villiers. Well done.
So you can make out that golf is probably not his favorite sport.
Yeah, probably not. Abhishek Day, this is your day. Well done. You have won the Joy Factor question. It's a little better than your bowling a maiden over, please.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes.
It's
Mine was a
nowhere.
dad joke.
As soon as he said it, he was like, oh.
Why?
Mine was a dad joke. Okay,
go
it
back
was a
in.
dad joke.
It's like, let me do the Avengers and just turn back time. Can I quickly do that? Oh, by the way, the reason why I'm giving these spoilers is because the embargo on spoilers worldwide has been lifted by the Russo brothers, who are the directors of the film.
Okay.
Lisa doesn't know that. Lisa's not seen the movie yet. Oops. Okay. Well, so that's all we have time for. I think we're done. That's the business.
We're absolutely done.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
That's it. We're done. Any parting thoughts? Any final joke? Anything you want to leave people with? Anything?
how do you plan to go home?
I'll tell you in a second. Lisa was.
Look, I just want to say thanks for having me. I've had an absolute ball. IPL 2019 lived up to expectation. So World Cup, not that far away as well. So plenty of cricket. We don't have to wait too long.
Your favorite for the World Cup? I'll let you choose your top 4.
England, India, Australia, and this is where I struggle.
Yeah.
I just go 3. Can I go 3?
You can go 3.
Thanks.
You can go 3. All right. And yours?
I have to go the same way. England, Australia, India, I'd go in that order. And I think Pakistan is one of those sides which will be dangerous. I think they'll make a semis. They could threaten a few teams. They could be tough on the day.
My call for the permanence of the MPL Super Couch, by the permanence I mean I get to take it home if that happens, is that Afghanistan will make the semi-finals.
Oh, that'd be great.
Big call, but big call.
I'd love it.
In this
Big
format,
couch.
it's a big call. T20.
Well, they won the qualifiers. They beat the West Indies, which probably wasn't that hard to do in the qualifiers. But they're building nicely. They've got some players. I like it.
There you go. All right. Well, if you have any final thoughts on the show right now, please air them. If you have any complaints, any grievances, please let me know. I'll be happy to ignore them for next year. But you can air them with me. No, none at all. Very happy, both of them. That's excellent. That's good to know. It has been an absolute pleasure bringing MPL Presents Cricbuzz Live to you. I just want to tell you that we'll be here for the entirety of the World Cup as well. We're going to take 2 weeks off. I mean, these kids they get exhausted. I'm going to be working pretty much every day. But the kids will be taking some time off. Probably enough time for them to have a shower, which will be good. And then we'll be back for every game in the World Cup. So big thank you, Lisa. Big thank you, Joy. Big thank you to all our experts who've been here. So that's Simon Dool, Ajay Jadeja, Michael Vaughan, Sean Pollock, Harsha Bhogle, Pommy Mbangwa.
Yep.
You'll tell me his full name, real name.
I can't pronounce it. I try very hard.
Yeah.
Mapulema.
No.
Pulemam.
Pumalelo.
Pumalelo.
Pumalelo Mbangwa.
Pumalelo.
Just wanted to prove to him that I can't say it while I was teasing him. Anjum Chopra was here. Virender Sehwag in Hindi, of course. Vivek Razdan. Kapil Paji. Call him Kapil Paji. I can't call him by his name. Yeah. Mr. Kapil Dev, of course. And to all of you, thanks to all of you. You've given us so much feedback. You've interacted with us. You've appreciated us. You've given us some criticism, which really wasn't. Those were also thinly veiled compliments. That's how I take them. So thanks for giving those. I forgot to thank my brother Sameer Kochar.
Yes.
Danish Said. Gautam Damani. So thank all of them as well. We sit in this team. We work hard as well.
Did you mention Harsha?
Of course I did. Bade bhaiya is mentioned. Absolutely. But more than anyone else, I want to thank all the KKR fans in our Cricbuzz crew. It was hard for them, but they stuck in. Even more than that, the RCB fans. It's hard for them as well. They stuck in, they came to work. I just want to tell them that next season will be theirs. They will both qualify the next season. So they will be very happy people over here. None happier than the god of small things, my dear friend, Ajit. Ajit, who does everything here, puts up the lights, dusts the studio, decides the roster, signs the checks.
Oh, we like that one.
We love that one.
Yeah.
We like the dusting as well, because honestly, I'm a little allergic to dust. So he does that as well. But more importantly, every night, after a hard day's work, when I'm done from here, and I want to go home, I actually can shout out, Ajit, gaadi nikalo, and it appears.
I can't believe this.
In you get.
Oh, wow. The problem is that I did not want the income tax department to know that I have an orange Lamborghini. Ajit, you're fired. Good night, everybody. We'll see you soon.